So I'd like to show you how to use your calculator to do two things, some basic statistics calculations and to make a histogram. So first, let's do the histogram. So we have a set of data here, and let's go and enter that into the calculator. So you'll start here by clicking on the Stat button, and then Edit, like we've done. We're going to enter this into a list. My lists are empty. If you have data in your list, you would arrow up to the list number and hit Clear, and then Enter. So, but let's enter this data right now into list 1, all right? So I'll just type away here and you can do the same. So there, I've entered in all the data. It looks like I have a mistake. Let me go fix that. If you haven't got quite there, don't worry too much about that. We can just go with what you have. It'll make the graph look a little different. Or if you want, you can go ahead and pause me and then finish entering the data in. So again, there's our data in list 1. And I'd like to show you two things. One is how to make a histogram and how to use a calculator to do some statistics. So let's go ahead and click on your Stat button again. And let's go over to Calculate. And I would like to select one variable, statistics. Yeah. And your screen may look a little different here. You can see that we would like to go to list 1. And I will go Calculate. And so right up here, we have X bar 79.95. That's the same as saying our average. We have quartiles down here. We're not going to use those today, but you can see here you have quartile 1, your median, and your quartile 3. You can also see that we have, this isn't so, N is the number of data points. So of course if you have a smaller number, we just missed one data point. And then also we have two different types of standard deviation, which we'll be talking about in the next section. Those come out right there as well. So you'll find this to be, oh yeah, here's our max number, a pretty helpful little tool. Now don't get too dependent on it, but at the same time, I do want you to be comfortable finding this in your calculator. Okay. And your book actually gives you an example of one other way to do this. Now let's go make a histogram. So I'm going to quit, go second, quit, like that. And now go second, and you see up here Stat Plot. I'm going to go ahead and hit Enter. You want to turn it on, so hit Enter. Put your arrow key over. And you could make a line graph. You could plot points. We've plotted points before, but we'd like to do a histogram today. So I'll go to histogram, which is the center one. It looks kind of like a bar chart. And when you go down here, you see it's list 1, which is where our data is at. Now, the next thing we need to do before we graph this is right here in Window. So click on the Window button. Our smallest data point in the horizontal would be 53, so I chose to put in 40 to be a little smaller. And the largest is 98, so I chose to put in 100. And when you start doing a frequency table, you can see we have we'll have no more than 10 data points in each group. So I've picked down here my y min is 0 and my y max was 10, because I think 10 will be bigger than any number we'll have in any category. And one more important thing is we want to go to the X scale. And in this problem here, I wanted to sort in groups of 10 or decades. So I have to adjust this to be a 10. It tells me how wide my column is. All right, now that we have the window set up, We have one step to go, and that is to graph it. So there you go. There's our histogram. And in fact, if you go and click on your trace key, first we have 0 in the category from 40 to 50. We have 1 in the category of 50 to 60, excluding 60. Here we have 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and it tells you again right there how many are in the number, or how many are in that category or the group. 80 to 90. All right. There you go. Hope that helps out.